Nothing comes close to the bond you have with your dog. They're your best friend, confidant, and soulmate. It's only right that you reward their loyalty with the best life ever. Extra treats, comfortable beds, ear scratches, and new toys are a great way to keep them happy. But although we always mean well, some things we do for our dogs aren't good for them. In this video, we'll explore the common mistakes dog owners make that can shorten a dog's life and ultimately lead to losing them too. 9. Your attention, please. Soon. Number 9. Your attention, please. Just like you thrive on those adorable tail wags and happy sniffs when your dog notices you, your pup thrives on attention from you too. And no, we're not talking about a distracted head pat while you scroll on your phone. We mean the real deal. Ear scratches, cuddles on the couch, goofy playtime, and those leisurely evening walks where every lamppost and bush is a history thriller. Dogs are social creatures by nature, and you, lucky human, are their pack. Now, neglecting to give them attention can lead to more than just a bored pup. It can lead to behavioral issues, anxiety, and even depression. Studies have shown that spending just 15 minutes a day actively engaging with your dog, whether through play, training, or good old belly rubs, can significantly lower their stress levels. And it's not just them. It's been proven that interacting with your dog can lower your stress hormones too. Think of it as a mutual therapy session, except your therapist is furry and will probably try to lick your 8. Idle paws. Face. Number 8. Idle paws. Attention is about physical health too. We're all guilty of this. After a long day at work, it's nice to take a nap on the couch. Honestly, your dog would love to cuddle too, but too many lazy days can be detrimental to your dog's well-being. If they never have a chance to play or take walks with you, they'll quickly become bored and frustrated. Not only that, but too little exercise can lead to other issues too. All those treats have to go somewhere, and your dog's waistline is prime real estate. And don't forget mental stimulation. Dogs get bored just like we do, and boredom can lead to destructive behaviors. Think chewed up shoes, shredded pillows, and the great trash bin excavation of 2024. Incorporating puzzle toys, scent games, or simple hide and seek can turn bonding time into brain-boosting adventures. Not only will your pup love it, but they'll also become smarter, sharper, and even more fun to be around. What happens when you don't give your dog the attention they need? That's when the real trouble starts. Chronic neglect of their need for interaction and engagement can shorten their lifespan. Stress, obesity, and even conditions like canine cognitive dysfunction, think doggy Alzheimer's, are more likely in dogs who don't get enough attention from their humans. Remember, to your dog, you are the center of their world. You're their hero, their best friend, and yes, their somewhat odd roommate who occasionally leaves them for hours to do mysterious work things. So take that extra 10 minutes to toss a ball or scratch behind those floppy ears. To your pup, it's love, trust, and the best part of their 7. Treating your dog to trouble. Day. Number 7. Treating your dog to trouble. When you grab a snack, there's a familiar scenario brewing. That little furry shadow of yours suddenly appears out of nowhere, snoot first in your lap. And those eyes, big, pleading, Oscar-worthy eyes, lock onto your chips. Just one, hun, you think. What harm could it do? Or maybe your clever canine has mastered the ultimate con, the family snack heist. They snag a treat from you, another from your partner, and maybe even a cheeky nibble from the kids. Jackpot. It feels harmless, right? Giving them that extra bite makes their tail wag like crazy, and seeing them so happy, it's worth it. But here's the thing. All those extra goodies can add up in ways we don't even notice until it's too late. The scary part? Obesity in dogs doesn't happen overnight. It sneaks up on you like a stealthy cat in a dark room. One day your pup is sleek and spry. The next they've got a little extra fluff that just keeps growing. And while we often joke about more to love, even just a couple of pounds over their ideal weight can significantly strain their joints, heart, and overall health. It's not just about slowing them down. Obesity increases the risk of conditions like diabetes, arthritis, and even cancer. Studies show that being overweight can shave up to 2 to 5 years off your dog's life. That's a lot of games of fetch you'll never get to play. And that's not all. Human food isn't just fattening, it can be outright dangerous. Ingredients we barely think about, like onions, garlic, or even too much salt, can be toxic to dogs. A chip or a cookie might bring momentary joy, but it's not worth the long-term risk to their 6. Saving your dog from the room of evil. Health. Number 6. Saving your dog from the room of evil. Dogs hate the vet. They can sense the fear of other dogs and the sadness or worry of humans. Neither makes for a nice experience for our sensitive canines. Given the choice, they'd rather go to the park. That's their happy place. Faced with watching your fur baby tremble in the waiting room or pancaking themselves to the floor, ditching the vet can be tempting. Besides, your dog is energetic, happy, and a relentless ball of mischief. Do they need to go to the vet so regularly? Your dog won't complain if you go walkies instead. Vet visits aren't just for sick dogs. They're for the healthy ones who want to stay that way. Think of them like a routine oil change for your car. Sure, your dog might seem fine on the outside, but beneath all that fluff could be the beginnings of a health problem that even the most watchful pet parent wouldn't notice. Did you know that over 80% of dogs show signs of gum disease by age 3? That's not just bad breath. It's a ticking time bomb that can lead to heart, kidney, or liver issues if ignored. And the earlier your vet catches it, the simpler and cheaper the fix. A single tooth extraction for severe dental disease can cost upwards of $1,000. That's enough to buy your dog a lifetime supply of squeaky toys, and then some. Preventative care, by comparison, is a bargain. Plus, let's not forget about vaccines and parasite prevention. Heartworm disease, for example, is entirely preventable, but can cost thousands to treat. Yes, your dog hates vet visits. Yes, you very acutely feel the betrayal in their eyes when they realize the car ride doesn't end at the park. But those 30 minutes of mild guilt for you and discomfort for them could add years to their life and keep their tail wagging for as long as 5. Not spaying or neutering your dog. Possible. Number 5. Not spaying or neutering your dog. Puppies are adorable. The idea of having a house full of fluffy little cuties is tempting. However, studies from Banfield Pet Hospitals reveal a startling fact. Spayed and neutered dogs live 18 to 23% longer than their intact counterparts. That's like adding 2 or 3 more dog years of tail wags, couch cuddles, and happy adventures. Why the boost in lifespan? Spaying or neutering your dog dramatically reduces their risk of several common cancers, including mammary or uterine cancer, testicular cancer, and even prostate cancer, reducing the chances of painful complications as your dog ages. Still not convinced? Consider this. Intact dogs often have hormone-driven behaviors that can lead to trouble. They might channel their inner Lewis and Clark, escaping your yard in search of adventure. Unfortunately, this often leads to fights, accidents, or worse. And while not all intact dogs are aggressive, unaltered hormones can make them more prone to dominance-related behaviors. That alpha dog energy can be a lot less charming when it's aimed at your neighbor's poodle. By spaying or neutering your dog, you're giving them a behavioral reset. Obviously, the idea of surgery can be scary, but spaying and neutering are routine procedures that veterinarians perform every day. Recovery is usually quick, and the long-term benefits far outweigh the temporary. 4. Too much, too fast. Discomfort. Number 4. Too much, too fast. Seeing your dog succeed is the ultimate high-five moment. Except, well, your dog probably doesn't have the thumbs for it. Whether they nail that first sit or master the showstopper backflip, watching them succeed feels amazing. It's the kind of moment that keeps us going when training sessions feel like an uphill battle. But here's the catch. In our excitement, we might accidentally push too hard, and that's where the trouble begins. Dogs are like us. They learn at their own pace. Some pick up tricks faster than a speeding treat, while others need a little more time, patience, and let's face it, a mountain of cheese cubes. When they don't catch on as quickly as you'd hoped, frustration can creep in for both you and your pup. But here's the thing. Training isn't just about teaching commands. While training has countless benefits, boosting mental stimulation, improving behavior, and even helping your dog live longer, the opposite can happen if you overdo it. Dogs, especially puppies, can get mentally drained, just like humans cramming for finals. Overtraining can lead to stress, burnout, and even physical exhaustion. Plus, studies show that stress in dogs can cause spikes in cortisol, the stress hormone, which weakens their immune system over time. A stressed out pup could be more vulnerable to illnesses, which is definitely not part of the game plan for a long, healthy life. Short and sweet is the golden rule for training sessions. Think of them like commercials. 30 seconds to a few minutes of high-energy fun, then a break. Dogs thrive on upbeat, positive reinforcement, so throw a party every time they get it right. Treats, belly rubs, and your best excited voice can go a long way. If your dog starts to zone out, yawn excessively, or act like you just handed them a calculus textbook, that's their way of saying, time out, please. Listen to their cues, and if they're acing the trick, end on a high note. There's no better motivator for tomorrow's session than leaving them. 3. Overlooking the basics. Wanting more. Number 3. Overlooking the basics. When's the last time you brushed your dog's teeth or cleaned their ears? Dental disease affects up to 80% of dogs by age 3, leading to gum infections, tooth loss, and even heart or kidney problems if bacteria enter their bloodstream. And those floppy ears, they're magnets for bacteria and yeast, which can cause painful infections if left unchecked. And no, a quick scratch behind their floppy ear doesn't count. What you need is a regular cleaning with dog-safe ear cleaner to keep their radar dishes fresh and itch-free. Don't forget their skin. Your dog is an expert at getting dirty, rolling in mud, chewing on suspicious sticks, or doing cannonballs into that questionable duck pond. It's their version of living their best life, but their hygiene matters more than you might think. Those murky waters are basically a bacteria cocktail, and the bark of that stick they're happily gnawing on. Let's just say it's not exactly organic, free-range chew material. A simple once-over during cuddles can reveal fleas, ticks, or hot spots before they cause bigger issues. Keeping it clean keeps them. 2. Wrong type of activities. Healthy. Number 2. Wrong type of activities. Giving your dog the wrong kind of workout could actually do more harm than good. Take a border collie, for example. These furry bundles of energy are basically canine Olympians. They'll happily run circles around your living room, your backyard, and probably your life if you let them. But your snuggly French bulldog? They might clock out after one loop around the couch. And no, it's not just because they're smaller. The breed's physiology plays a huge role. Short-nosed breeds like Frenchies, pugs, and bulldogs are what vets call brachycephalic. They've got adorably squished faces that are perfect for booping, but terrible for breathing. These breeds often struggle with something called brachycephalic airway syndrome, meaning too much exercise can leave them gasping for air. For them, a relaxed stroll in the shade beats a marathon session of fetch any day. And it's not just breed, age and health matter too. Older dogs, especially those with arthritis or joint issues, might find your enthusiastic, "let's go for a run," about as appealing as you would find running a 10K after leg day. Puppies, on the other hand, can overdo it too, especially if their bones and joints are still developing. Yep, there's such a thing as too much enthusiasm, even for dogs. But here's the good news. You don't have to tire your dog out to keep them happy. Low-impact activities like slow walks, sniffing sessions, or gentle games of tug are great alternatives. Think quality over quantity. It's not about the hours you put in, but the joy your pup gets out. Scientists say that letting your dog sniff around on walks is like us humans solving a crossword puzzle. It's mentally stimulating and just as exhausting as physical exercise. So if your pup is having a lazy day, let them take their sweet time analyzing that fire hydrant. It's good for their brain and their 1. Not being picky enough. Body. Number 1, not being picky enough. Feeding your dog can be a challenge. Not only is kibble expensive, but dogs are very picky eaters. The leg of the coffee table? Delicious. Illicit table scraps? Yes, please. That new scrumptious kibble that's supposed to get your dog's mouth watering? One sniff, maybe a sneeze, and you get a doubtful stare. You expect me to eat this? Maybe it's not your dog being picky, but rather you not being picky enough. It's tempting to grab the cheapest bag of kibble on the shelf, especially when those shiny marketing labels promise the world. But here's the deal. Not all dog food is created equal. Many budget brands bulk up their formulas with fillers like corn, soy, or even mystery meat byproducts. And trust me, you don't want to know what that entails. These fillers add calories but little nutritional value, leaving your dog full but nutritionally starved over time. The Association of American Feed Control Officials sets guidelines for pet food, but meeting the bare minimum isn't the same as providing optimal nutrition. Premium brands might cost more upfront, but they often include real meat, whole grains, and essential nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids for that shiny coat, as well as turmeric extract and glucosamine for healthy joints. Dogs have over 1,700 taste buds compared to our 10,000. That might sound like they're missing out, but dogs don't crave complex flavors like we do. They're more about smell. So when you switch to high-quality food with real ingredients, their super sniffer notices the difference, even if they pretend not to at first. The worst of it all is it's easy to let them eat your food whenever they show interest in it. At least they're eating something, right? Unfortunately, table scraps are bad for your dog too. Some human food is even toxic. Foods like chocolate, onions, grapes, and even certain spices can lead to everything from mild digestive upset to life-threatening conditions like kidney failure. Even seemingly harmless items like cooked bones can splinter and cause internal injuries. Figuring out which kibble is the healthiest for your dog isn't easy, so why not check out this video to learn the difference between good and bad dog food brands?